Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the seventh grade concept of simple and compound probabilities. This is standard 7.6i in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 24 of the 2025 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. All right, so we've got a deck of cards, and they are different colors: red, orange, yellow, green. And then within the red, orange, yellow, green, it looks like you've got 10 cards labeled 0 through 9. Then I need to find the probability of selecting a red card, replacing it, selecting a labeled 0 card, any color. So let's start a sample space to just see what pattern is going to emerge. So I'm going to choose red. Okay, so if I have red, what are my possibilities with red? Well, I can have a red 0, I can have a red 1, red 2, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way up to red 9. There is no red 10, red 6, red 7, red 8, red 9. Now, what I can do is I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there's 10 right here. And I know that this repeats for orange. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to put orange, and it repeats. Let's save ourselves the trouble here. Yellow repeats 0 to 9, and then green repeats 0 to 9. All right, so how many different colors do I've got? Well, I've got 4. So how many total cards do I have? It doesn't tell you, but you can either multiply, right? You're going to have to figure out this number 4 from this right here. You do at least have a number 10 right there, or you can draw this partial sample space. Okay, so what do we have? We've got 40 cards. And so that's going to be important for us. Now, when we're dealing with probability, it depends what we do, whether it's a simple or a compound probability. Compound simply means two or more simple probability events being done in succession. So we are selecting a red card, and then we're selecting a card label 0. So this is going to be compound probability because we have two different simple events. So let's find the probability of this first event. Randomly selecting a red card. Well, there's two different ways we can look at it. How many red cards do we have? Okay, so I'm going to put this right here, red card. Well, we've got 10 red cards out of 40 total. Or if you wanted to do it in the simplified form, you can say, well, there's 4 colors and red's one of them. So let's deal with this 1/4 right there. That's going to be a little bit easier. Because what we do when we have a compound probability is we multiply the simple probabilities together. So it's going to be 1/4, and then I'm going to have the card 0. What are the options there? How many zeros do I have? Well, remember, I've got 4 of them right here. I've got a red 0, an orange 0, yellow 0, and a green 0. So I've got 4 out of my 40 cards. Or I can say, well, out of the 10 numeral cards, one of them is going to be 0. So probably going to be easier for us to use the simplified versions. Now, this, we don't want to skip over this. The fact that we replace the card makes a big difference, because if not, then the denominator would, instead of be 40, it would be 39, because you keep that red card out. And then what if they pull the red 0? That would have really messed everything up. So when you see the replacing the card, that means we're going to keep that denominator as a 0 on their two separate simple events. So now we're just going to multiply. What are the probabilities of pulling a red and then pulling a 0? Well, you're just going to multiply 1/4 times 1/10. So really the chances of doing those two things in succession are extremely low. It's 1 out of 40 chance. If you do it 40 times, you're probably only going to pull that sequence of numbers one time. The answer is A.